Jessica Harrington is one of Ireland's top racehorse trainers with horses Alpha Centauri and Sizing John amongst her stable of winners. I'll be spending the day with Jessica to find out what it takes to train a winning racehorse. How are you doing? How are you keeping? Thank you very much for inviting us, well, for allowing us to come down here this morning. All's good?
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Lovely morning for it.
You actually got the weather right.
Yeah, exactly. That was the one thing. Yeah, you fixed that for us today, so it's not too bad. Yeah, it's all good. So what we're doing here then, what we're doing with the horses here then this morning, this is like to warm up for them, would it be?
This is like a warm up.
Yeah.
They come out, they walk down here from the stables. Some of them have been on the walker first, just loose on the walker for about 20 minutes.
And you'll be getting obviously an indication from the jockeys, constantly speaking to the jockeys here as well, speaking to them and getting a feeling for the horse as well.
Well, exactly. They'll say, oh, this didn't feel good, or it was a bit stiff coming out this morning, it's warmed up now. And we take it from there.
So Kate, we've been out here into the ring here. What have you learnt this morning, I think, before the horses are going out onto the gallops then?
Yeah, just seeing what horses are horses that worked yesterday, how they are after their faster bit of work yesterday, and then horses how they've pulled out and they're going to do faster bits of work now.
Yeah.
So it's generally when they're trotting in the ring there, it's just their warm up, and it's generally how they're feeling for that day.
The topic of why we're here today is around the theme is how do you train a winning racehorse? In your mind, how do you train a winning racehorse?
Well, we all want to end up in the winner's enclosure, and we all have different ideas of how to get there. To do things, you've got to start with you've got to have some natural ability.
Yeah.
The next thing is, which is very important, is for it to have a good temperament helps a lot, because you're not then battling against trying to outwit them the whole time. Both Sizing John and Alpha Centauri have wonderful temperaments. They're very relaxed.
When do you know, when a horse steps into your stable, how quickly or how early would you know what calibre of horse you've got?
It takes time sometimes.
Yeah.
They come in here, especially the flat horses, they come in here as yearlings. And you don't really know until you get them going as a 2-year-old, and they start then, start doing a bit of work. But Alpha she just was amazing.
Yeah, she was such a big, imposing 2-year-old, and then physically she was just so much stronger than the others. I think last year that she was winning her races, but when they're so young, you don't really know what you're beating. So, but as she progressed, then she just showed her real potential.
She just kept beating every horse up here. She just cruised past me on the bridle, and others were just scrubbing along, and I realised then she probably was quite special.
Yeah, it's the Longines Champion weekend in the next couple of weeks now, so we're 10 days out, I suppose now, we're 11, 12 days out, whatever it is now. Expectations high. Do you get a buzz around these particular meetings, particularly this one, with it being, I suppose, the best of the best, everything that's going into that weekend?
Yeah, look, it's very important in the flat calendar that they've made this Champions Weekend, and it's really lived up to expectations, and it's 2 fantastic days racing. There's an incredible amount of international interest in it because it's such a good race meeting.
What are you feeling like ahead of it? You feel good? Everything good? Everything looking good with the horse?
Yeah, definitely. Look, obviously it's another big occasion. It's a Group 1, which you never take for granted. They're very hard win, but no, it's exciting, and looking forward to it.
How do you feel riding her? Do you get a buzz when you sit on her every single time?
Oh yeah, definitely. Look, she's a very exciting filly, and very grateful to ride her. And look, it's very special. It's very rare that you come across a filly like that in your career.
Are there a few nerves then knocking around now, or is it just we're still too far out from that then?
You're a bit too far out. We're still on just normal work and trying to sort everything out for normally. I'm lucky now because even though I've got more horses now than I've ever had, I've 150 basically in the yard. But I'm lucky because I have 2 daughters working for me, and now my son-in-law, and it's taken a lot of pressure off me. I don't have to worry about the everyday things.
Yeah.
I do the things I love doing now, which is basically train the racehorses.
What's it like here? So the 3 of you kind of run it. It's your mum and you and your sister.
Yeah.
What would you see your role within the yard here?
Like I'm kind of more like mum's assistant, kind of make sure make sure that everything's right, that it's going on. The lads are on the right horses at the right time. It's 160 horses to organise each morning, but I kind of try to have everything, the logistics of the day organised for then, and then mum can have a look through, see if she's happy with everything, and then we'll go from there.
You know, when you're working with Mum and my sister,
Yeah, is that complicated? Is that complicated?
Yeah, it can be complicated. Yeah.
You can actually say what you think and what you're actually wanting to say, I suppose.
Exactly. There's no airs and graces. Normally we do have a few blow ups, but if Mum or myself or Kate have a few blow ups, it's forgotten about there and then, and everyone gets on with their jobs. We try and let Mum just get on with the training the racehorse. That's what she excels at and she loves doing.
Yeah.
And myself and Kate do the logistics in the background, so she can hopefully take a little bit of pressure off her.
Is it difficult or more difficult than working with family then?
Oh well, it's got a great upside. I suppose there's more pressure because obviously on the down days, when we're having a family dinner after, we're all still upset and depressed about, everyone sees all the celebrations and it looks so amazing from the outside, but actually there's some really hard days and things go wrong, or you lose a horse and that you've been in the yard for a couple of years or whatever. So it's hard, and we're all very competitive. We want to win and get out and be competitive, but sometimes that just doesn't work out on the day.
What is your greatest achievement then?
I don't know. I suppose winning the Gold Cup, it was something always I wanted to do. I always wanted to win an Irish Grand National because I was brought up in Meath, and we used to go to as a kid we used to go to Ferryhouse and be up at Ballyhack when they still had a bank course there, and so it's I have great memories of it.
With Alpha Centauri, I've just obviously seen the last couple of days, it's the highest rated Irish filly in the last 23 years, I think it is, which is unbelievable. Talk of being one of the best, if not the best ever, which, of course, it's incredibly daunting probably when you hear that, but how does that make you feel? How does that, when you're hearing those things said about her?
I'm very proud of her.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of what she's done. We're all only a cog in the wheel. She's got to go out there and do it, and Colum's a big cog in the wheel as well. Everybody is. It's not just, it's the horse and the whole team behind them. It's not just me. I couldn't do it without everybody else.
Yeah.
And that is the one thing. It is a team, and it's a very and if you're lucky enough to have a good team, that's what makes, I think, a great horse. You just need a team behind you.
And just one last thing, for all the successes that you've had, both at National Hunt on the flat, is there anything that you have yet to achieve that you would still like to achieve?
Oh, there's loads. So I want to win an English Grand National, and I'd like to win an English Derby.
Right.
That's what I'd really, there's a two, real, and then of course you'd love to, just show that you can train horses abroad as well. I've had a winner in France now, but I haven't had a winner in America. I haven't actually had a runner in America yet, I don't think, and I'm just about to have them. And so that would also be, it'd be a lovely thing to have on the LCV.
Over the last decade or so, we've seen Jessica Harrington firmly established as one of Ireland's leading dual-purpose trainers. And with her family close at hand, the Harrington legacy is sure to continue.